happens with cryptocurrency.
That's a fact.
That's a fact.
Right. Okay, over there's a question, please. Say your question quickly.
My name's Craig Cobb from tradercobb.com and B. So you're telling me that fraud and manipulation doesn't happen in traditional markets. Are you telling me that? Because I know it happens. For real?
There is tons of fraud happening in financial markets.
So
but we have AML, we have KYC, we have security laws, and there are people who get in jail because of that fraud. In your space, the amount of fraud that is occurring is 100x relative to the volume of transaction compared to any other financial market. Most of these crypto ICOs are total scams that are not compliant security.
So Nouriel, if you don't like them, don't invest in them. If you don't like cryptocurrencies, don't use them. But don't complain about other people want to invest.
99.99% of the world doesn't give a shit about your shit coins and is not using them. That's a fact. People have the freedom to use it. Who's using it? Nobody is using it, okay?
Next question.
Hi there. My name is Kai. Nouriel, you mentioned something earlier about the fact that you said that there's nothing wrong with the financial system and that only a major event would actually bring around, a recession. Could you please explain to me how fractional lending and quantitative easing is a good thing in a system, in a monetary system?
Well, after the
There's nothing wrong with the financial system.
Listen, I've written an entire book called Crisis Economics, criticizing the banking system and the flaws in the current financial system. I'm in all favor of improving it. I don't believe that an improvement or the revolution is going to be having anything to do with crypto or blockchain. It's having everything to do with fintech. Fintech has nothing to do with blockchain or crypto, okay? And after the global financial crisis, if we had not had quantitative easing, the Great Recession would have ended up in Great Depression 2.0. Ben Bernanke learned the lessons of the Great Depression, where there was a tightening of monetary policy, tightening of fiscal policy. There was no bailout of banks or anybody else. The argument was liquidate, let the free market work. And the stock market crash of 29 became the Great Depression of 1933. We learned that actually you have to use monetary policy, you have to use fiscal policy, you have to backstop illiquid but solvent institutions, whether are corporates, households, or banks. And that's why the Great Recession ended up being only a Great Recession that lasted a year. So we did the right thing. In a world in which you don't have monetary policy, before there were fiat currencies, financial crises were more severe, more frequent, and recession were deeper, and deflation were much more deeper than before. One thing we've learned is that monetary policy works. Having a lender of last resort support of the banking system by central bank works. That's why economic cycles are more stable than they used to be 100 years ago when there were private monies and there was free banking. We've learned that lesson. That's why we have fiat currencies.
But I think the point is that when you say there's nothing wrong with the financial system, it's an ongoing event, and we learn from events to progress ourselves. So just be careful with your words.
And there's always room for improvement with everything and every aspect of the life.
Over to the left there. Please say
Can I respond a little bit?
Of course you can. Sorry, quite right.
I think this is a bit of an example of just a difference in worldview and a difference in philosophy. So I'm incredibly excited by the idea of empowering each individual to have choice, have choices in their own lives. They can choose which form of money they want to use. They can choose which financial institution they want to deal with. They can choose what investments they want to invest in. I think having more people with more individual choices is a good thing for the world. And from Nouriel, we're hearing, no, nobody gets to do anything unless they use our fiat currency from central bankers and control everything with everyone all the time. Well, that's not exciting. That's not interesting. Variety is the spice of life. So let's have people get to choose if they want to use Bitcoin Cash or Bitcoin or Litecoin or Ethereum or Dash or Monero or the US dollar or the yen or the euro, or if they want to trade it Ameritrade or E-Trade, or if they want to invest in risky ICOs. Let's let people have the freedom to do that. And that's the exciting part about blockchain technologies, because it gives everybody on the planet a level playing field in which they can all participate in the economy, and they don't have to get permission from people like Nouriel Roubini and his friends in order to do so.
Hello, my name is Johnny Fry from a company called Team Blockchain. Professor, I'm just amazed, having been in the asset management industry for nearly 30 years, the continual lies that I hear from people like you, the 320 billion that the so-called safe banks have been fined in the last 10 years because of money laundering. You're a learned man. If you're going to do something, some nefarious activity, why did you leave a digital footprint? I'm off to California in 2 days' time. I'll go to an ATM, I'll pull out some US dollars, 90% of which have trace cocaine. Does that make me a money laundering drug dealer? No. There's a new technology which the likes of Christian Lagarde are embracing. Why can't you just be a little bit more open, instead of shouting using bad language, perhaps answer some of the questions? And how can you respond to the fact that the banks are being fined so much money, yet you continue to want to use them? And our blessed euro has never, ever had an audit carried on it. So how can we trust that?
Thank you.
We have security laws that protect small investors from being ripped off.
No.
That's
Why do those laws
why
protect
that's
small
why investors cannot invest into risky stuff. And when you know that 81% of all ICOs were a scam in the first place, with people copying each other's white paper, bullshit, taking the money, running to the Caribbean, buying a villa and the yachts and scamming your money, there's a reason why we don't want a small investor to be ripped off and screwed and shafted. And that's why we have these laws, and that's why we should enforce them. Okay? That's the reason why.
I'll let you come back on that. I mean, he was saying it's not perfect, right? Those fines are for a reason. It could be better, right? So what Roger is saying, it's open to innovation, and that's what this is.
Yeah. And this innovation is implied that in spite of thousands of shitcoins being created, nobody's using them. So the proof is that...
Roger, would you like to respond?
And he claims over and over that nobody's using them, but the fact that we're having a conference here about this with people from around the world talking about it, there's clearly nobody's using it. The fact that the conference organizer had money to pay for you to come here, even though you haven't even tried using cryptocurrency, shows that people are using this and are excited about it and using it.
I think it just makes him very smart, actually. To make sure each
Or
other.
maybe I would argue very dumb because he didn't invest in cryptocurrencies early on, so he's having to get paid to come here. Whereas I said I come here for free.
Last question. Make it short. Please say your name.
Okay, Bruce Patel from X-Coin Futures. Can we just put Nouriel's mind to rest? How many people in here use cryptocurrencies? Nobody's using it. Evidence. These conferences happen around the world. I think there must be 10 in London today. All right? How many people using it? Let's go again. Show him there's at least 80% here. All right? I want to ask a question because I think I'm the last one. A back to the future question. I'm going to look into future. I think it would help us. Back into the future, if we stayed the way you did, we'd still be trading in wheat and rubbish and chicken and things like that, and it still happens. What's your view now, having heard everyone? Will you change that? Do we stay in the wheat and eggs business? And I look to you, how do you see the use of cryptocurrency going forward?
First one to Nouriel.
Cryptocurrencies and tokenization is exactly going back to barter. In any financial system, you need a unique numeraire to have a relative price of a can of Coke relative to a can of Pepsi. If I need to use a Coke coin for buying a can of Coke and a Pepsi coin to buy a Pepsi coin, I have no idea what's the relative price of those two goods. So the world that you describe, that you all want, which every goods and service has a different token, is a world of barter. Even the Flintstones knew better in the Stone Age because that shells that some form of money was a unique numeraire. So tokenization is just barter. You just don't even understand what money is. Single numeraire, unit of account.
So you're arguing against a reality that doesn't exist currently. So if you look at it, most cryptocurrencies are traded against either the US dollar or against Bitcoin, BTC. Most tokens are traded against Ethereum, right? So we already have a common unit of account for these sorts of things. So you're arguing against a world that doesn't even exist.
But the forward-looking question.
So the forward-looking question, I would like to extend the offer again to Nouriel. I will set you up with a Bitcoin Cash wallet, and I will send you some, so you can see firsthand just how easy it is to use, how much easier it is than setting up a credit card account, or a bank account, or a PayPal account, and it works for everyone, everywhere in the world, right now, today, and it's only going to get easier as each year goes by, and it's only going to get simpler for every single person on the planet to do this as each year goes by. And the fact that he's not even willing to try it, despite the fact that it's 100% completely legal, just shows that he's closing his eyes and plugging his ears, and he's being left behind. He's going to be
How much has your Bitcoin Cash fallen from peak? Do you know the answer to that question? 95%.
No, actually, no, I bought most of my Bitcoin Cash in
December
2011.
2017 to today was $4,300, it's $223 today. It's lost 95% of your of value. End of the story. Okay. And you're paying your.
So I bought most of my Bitcoin Cash in 2011 at about $1 each.
Cash.
And now I have Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin Core, Bitcoin Gold, Bitcoin Diamond. The total value is somewhere in the ballpark of, I don't know, maybe $9,000 at the moment. So I think I did just fine. And the fact that it's down maybe 50% from its all-time
95%.
No, because I had my Bitcoin
95%.
Cash before the fork, so that just shows you don't understand the technology that you're on stage expounding upon, right? Because Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin used to be the same coin, right? There was one single coin, and then in August of 2017, it became 2 coins. So anybody that had Bitcoin,
Since
like
December
myself,
of 17, your Bitcoin Cash has lost 95% of its value. That's a fact.
You said it multiple times, and like any smart investor, I hold a basket of cryptocurrencies. I have Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, Dash, Monero, on and on down the list. Because smart investors
2,000 cheap coins, the average value.
And the average value is up thousands and thousands of percent.
That's a
and
fact.
that's a fact.
And there were 81% scams in the first place. And the
Willful
rest of them is failure.
ignorance.
Those are
Willful
facts.
ignorance, that's
Those are
right.
facts.
Willful
The times when you
ignorance.
can go around peddling
Why are you scared to even try it?
raise money and
Why are you
escape,
scared to
those
try it?
money
I
are-
think after
those
you
money-
try it,
those times are
Thank
gone.
you.
I'm
Why are you
not,
scared
I'm
to
not
try?
being scammed by
Thank you.
anybody. I'm sorry.
I'm not
Thank
paying you
you.
for money.
And
Why are you
thank
scared to
you.
try? Thank you. Why are you scared to try?
Thank you.
Anyhow, to all of
I
you,
don't want
please
to be
don't be scared to
exhausted.
try. Don't be scared to tell your friends and family. Don't be scared to make the world a better place by using cryptocurrencies.
Roger,
business.
enough for the commercial. We love it. Thank you.
Thank you all.